Welcome to Greenbiz Studio. My name is Vartan Badalian, transportation analyst at Greenbiz, and I'm super excited to be speaking with Carrie Song, Vice President of Renewable Road Transport of Neste US. Hi, Carrie.
Hello. Hi, Vartan. Thanks for having me today.
Of course, many people watching may not know of Neste and the various cross-cutting sectors you all work in. Can you give us a 30-second description of who Neste is and what you all focus on?
Well, Neste actually is the world's largest producer for the renewable diesel and also for the sustainable aviation fuel. We have refineries across different continents in Europe, in Asia, and also very soon in Americas as well. And in addition to renewable diesel and SAF, we are also pioneering in solutions in the chemical recycling and polymer side.
Great. I think one of the focus areas also, as you mentioned, in some ways, renewable fuels, and your work in that area as well. Can you explain for us a little bit what role renewable fuels will play in the heavy duty transport space as we look to decarbonize and reduce GHG emissions?
Yeah, so if you look at the current from the climate change perspective, transportation is one of the major contributor to climate change, right? So there are 11 million commercial vehicles currently in service on the road today. About more than 20% of the GHG emissions coming from the sector. But from the other perspective, we definitely need those medium heavy duty truck vehicles in service and then support our economies and also the convenience for everybody's life. We look at the renewable diesel, you think about the level of large fleet already in service for many years to come, and also more coming and being produced on an annual basis. Renewable diesel is a perfect solution that is available today. Right? It is a drop-in solution. It doesn't require any infrastructure investment. And if you have a half tank full of fuel in your tank, you just simply need to top it up with the renewable diesel. And then from places where it is available in the US, it is competitive priced as other alternative as well. So from that perspective, available today, fully endorsed by the OEM, and available at scale, right? Let me just emphasize that. That's also very important. Today, for example, in California, more than 30% of the fuel is renewable diesel. So you can see the level of scale that this technology has already been able to bring to some of the states. So in my opinion, it is definitely a solution that shall continue to be introduced to even wider scope and shall be adapted even sooner.
Yes, no question. I think the scale impact is massive for renewable diesel. On the road to net zero by 2050, where do you believe major roadblocks still exist for heavy duty vehicle transport to decarbonize that in turn pose an opportunity for innovation?
Innovation is in Neste's DNA. So that's one of the key areas. Actually, every year we invest a very material percentage of our profit back to the innovation. And when I look at into the roadblocks, this is need to be realized that the renewable diesel is not a experimental product. It is a product has been proven working, has been supported by the OEMs. And as a matter of fact, the Neste Mine renewable diesel actually is also top tier certified, which means it passed additional certain stringent requirement on top of the standard fuel requirement in the US. So that's one is the awareness and acknowledge of the product quality. That's number one. And two is, I mentioned the awareness already, is there are different technology available. And it's not about one is better than the other. Actually, we need all of them available to jointly combat the climate change. And from that perspective, we need the support from the legislation perspective to drive, better support from the clean fuel policy, for example, which is the technology neutral. It's not like pick the winner or loser. You'll give all the right solution the opportunity to contribute and then make a difference in this mission. So that is one of the other ones I would like to suggest and advocate and to drive more clean fuel programs and then be adopted by other cities. And you have seen the level of contribution the similar program has made along the West Coast. So I believe more cities and states shall look into that as well. Um, and then besides the supply, that's another one, in my opinion, will continue to grow, which will drive and support the demand side of the growth as well. So Neste believe the demand for renewable diesel will continue to grow. On the other side, the supply side will need to continue to catch up, which actually Neste we are playing one of the major role to expand our production, our supply across different continents. We definitely would encourage more investors and also energy companies to look into this area as well to continue to boost the supply.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Carrie. You just heard from Carrie Song, Vice President of Renewable Road Transport of Neste US.
Thank you for having me.